understanding, listening, and unlearning. Certain people are awakened by the brutal realities of life. The suffering is so intense that it wakes them up, while others keep hitting their heads against the wall over and over again against life itself. They walk as sleepwalkers. What's tragic in this is that they don't even realize that there's another path, a much better path. The truth cannot be explained in words. We suddenly see it once we have a new perception. A new perception is a new attitude. And this attitude has to be filled with goodwill, because you can't see something new without having a new perception of it. Now, what's important is not whether you agree with me or you don't. Because you see, no theory has anything to do with reality. Now, if I've just confused you, then you're on the right path. None of us can tell anyone what reality is. All we can do is actually show and share the obstacles that keeps us away from reality. The only thing I can do is to describe the lies in which you're living in, so that you can actually get rid of them once and for all. The only thing I can do is to help you unlearn. Unlearn almost every single thing that we were taught. Having the open-mindedness, having the willingness to listen and to unlearn. Ask yourself something. Are you listening to this because you want to have me confirm what you already know? Or are you listening to this because you actually want to learn something new? That is what's important. But I also know that listening to this can be hard. It's not easy. The truth is, none of us really want to learn something new, especially when it means a change. Because the truth is, each and every one of us is extremely comfortable with our own thoughts. Even when we're not happy, we hang on to these thoughts because they're the only ones we know. None of us want to be brainwashed. None of us want to be told what to do or what to think. And that is why I'll repeat myself. Just question everything I'm saying. You see, your thoughts bring you security, whereas faith means insecurity. Faith just opens you up. Then you become wide open. And wide open doesn't mean that you set yourself up to be taken advantage of. On the contrary, you need to question every single word I'm saying. We need to question every thought. We need to attack everything. Remember these words from Buddha. Monks shouldn't accept my words simply because they respect me. It's true. There exists a wall that is so thick between us and awakening. But we have to be available. We have to be open. We have to be open to attack our own belief systems. Not only our religious beliefs, our political beliefs, our sociological beliefs, but the whole of our belief system. Be ready to reevaluate everything. Not because you respect me or anybody else you might be listening to, but because you respect your own self. And what about the masquerade of charity? Too often, we give our time to charity. We send a check to charity. We give for personal reasons. Reasons that are hidden inside a bubble of altruism. We know that it's extremely difficult to be honest with ourselves, especially when we're trying to show us as being loving people and respectful people. In fact, we're dealing with two types of ego. The first being offering pleasure in order to pleasure myself, which is what I like to call egocentrism. The second is when I offer myself the pleasure of giving pleasure to other people. Now that is a more refined type of egotism. The first one is obvious. The second is more subtle, extremely subtle, and therefore more dangerous, which makes people believe that we're extraordinary people, when deep inside we're probably not. You disagree? Well, it's perfectly normal. Keep disagreeing. Keep questioning.